So you're probably searching for a video because you got a new IMC Motorcom headset and you want to get it installed and know how to do that in your 3/4 modular or full face helmet. You've definitely come to the right place. Welcome back, Bikeaholics. Ryan Urlacher here, lawabidingbiker.com. Thanks for checking back in. That's right, this completely free tutorial video. Gonna take an IMC headset. I'm gonna go through the different models. I'm gonna show you them up close and what they look like and how to get them set up in a helmet. It really doesn't matter if it's a full face, a modular, or a 3/4. It's all pretty much the same. I'm gonna walk you through it. Don't forget, we have the IMC headsets available right in our very own store. lawabidingbiker.com/store, link in the description below. I'll pop a card on the screen, guys. Tried and tested by the Law Abiding Biker crew. We love them so much, that's why we brought them to our store. And by purchasing from us, you know who you're purchasing from, plus it helps support us continue to put out these free videos. With that said, let me show you how this installs in a helmet. Okay guys, here we go. 3 IMC Motorcom headsets to choose from. Over here we have the stick mic, 3/4 full face or modular version. Here, the half helmet or no helmet. It's got a plastic strap, goes over your ears and then behind your head, the band, with a stick mic, of course. And then over here we have the soft mic, which would be perfect for a full face. I'm going to unbox this, show you some of the build quality, and then I'm actually going to install one of these in a helmet. Okay, I'll get these two out of the way. We're just going to, to show you the quality and stuff, I'm just going to unbox the half helmet version. Comes in a nice package, all of them, of course. And you'll get yours in a box just like this, look like this. You got the headset, of course, and then we got the cord. I'll talk about that a little bit. Instruction, guys. This comes with instructions, all of them, for the older model Harley stereo system. You're all familiar, very simple to get set up with the old system. However, with the boom box, there are some things that you need with the new 2014 and newer. Of course, this thing fully integrates, guys, with the boom box. Full voice commands you can give to the system. You can tell it to take you somewhere, just like Siri and an iPhone. Take me to this address. You'll hear prompts, GPS, music. You can skip songs. You can tune CB radio, intercom on your bike to talk to your passenger. Fully functional. That's right. The quality of this is as good as a Harley-Davidson one. We have a Harley one, several of them. We compared them, went head to head. This thing is built as sturdy, works as well as the Harley at a fraction of the price because it doesn't have that funny little HD logo on it. Imagine that. So let's talk about this. One of the things I was really impressed by when I got these things is, we'll talk about that in a sec, is the quality of this cord. This is the 7-pin cord, guys. This is the standard Harley-Davidson COM 7-pin system. Now, you'll see a lot of cheap stuff on Amazon and eBay, guys. Be very careful because they're just taking gamer headsets. Xbox, PlayStation headsets, they're converting them a little bit so they work with this 7-pin. They're very thin cords, very cheaply made headsets. They were not made to stand the rigors of a Harley-Davidson rider year after year, where this is going to last. A lot of those gamer headsets have the straight cord. They don't have this coiled part. So what happens is you get off your bike once and you forget, which you should always unplug your 7-pin regardless before you get off your bike because you don't want to yank on this. But especially with a straight cord, you have zero play and it's just going to yank these wires out of here. So I was really happy that it had this nice thick cord. It gives you ability to move around on your bike, to get off even partially if you forget to unplug this without the extra strain of yanking back and forth on that cord. You've got all this play and some forgiveness on this 7-pin system, but you'll feel this when you get it out of the box. You're just going to be amazed at how thick this cord actually is. Of course, the other end is this right here. So it goes from 7-pin, of course. This side goes into the Harley, and then you've got this, which will just plug into the actual headset. They're all very similar. Don't worry, we're going to take a closer look at the others when I'm actually putting it in a helmet. But there you go, that's what that end looks like. Then you get this nice little thing. It's got some snaps on it. And it's got an alligator clip for clothing. You can just clip it to clothing, so you could take this and wrap it around any part of this cord, snap it, and then you've got an alligator clip, so to speak, so you can clip it to your clothing. There you go. And out their way, let's look at this headset. This is the half helmet or no helmet again. And it goes around the back of your head over your ears. Either, you can pretty much do either side. I put this on the left is the way you would probably want to do it. Put the boom mic on the left side. The nice thing about this is you'll feel how sturdy this thing is. This is not a cheap gamer headsets like I was talking about, the cheap ones you get. This thing is built exactly like a Harley-Davidson brand one, and you'll feel how sturdy it is. Yes, it is plastic, but nonetheless it's very sturdy. It doesn't feel like flimsy. It doesn't feel like if I drop it it's going to break it. I can do this with it. It's got plenty of flex in the headset. It's not going to snap on you and stuff like that. Just seems like it would really last. All right, one thing to note on this, guys, is these headsets, when you're using them, all of them are this way, all the IMC. Very specifically, I'm going to take this foam off, okay? You have to make sure this is facing your mouth, guys, or it's not going to work. That you can't just have this foam on and then move it however you want and expect it to hear. Very specifically, they put a protrusion on it, all right? And there's a white dot on all of them, and you can feel it, all right, outside the foam. And you can see right there the back of this, no mic. Yes, the front of that, there's the mic. That's what you need to talk into, especially if you're using Vox with intercom and stuff or voice commands. You really, really need to have that. Phone calls, same thing, completely can make phone calls with the boombox. So feel for this. It protrudes a little bit and it's marked white, but you can feel it. So that way, when your foam is on, you can actually feel down there and make sure that this twists this mic so that it is facing your mouth. And you're actually talking into it, talking into the right side. You can also feel it under the foam a little bit, but they kind of both feel the same, so that's what I feel. I feel for that little white knob right there, and that way I know that I have it the right way. All right, the other thing I want to talk about is speakers. These things sound phenomenal. Now, if you expect it to sound like Beats, Beats by Dre headphones or something with bass and craziness, guys, you're never going to get a motorcycle headset that sounds like that. Don't really make them, okay? The price point would be crazy. These have to be a little more slender, especially the ones that fit inside your helmet. But let me tell you, for a motorcycle headset, they sound phenomenal. And I was able to take these headsets and crank my boombox up all the way to the very last volume bar with minimal. I mean, maybe, and I even had to listen for it on that last bit of volume bar, the last bit the boombox had, I could hear just maybe a little bit of distortion, but still hardly any, if any. And so for a motorcycle headset, you can cruise down at freeway speeds and hear this thing no problem. You got plenty of juice. I'm going to take off the foam here for you and just give you a look at one of the speakers here. So that's what the speaker looks like inside, guys. And pretty nice, big, large speaker. And like I say, plenty of sound. It's got the foam over it here. Okay, the other thing to note that's very nice is, like I say, you've got the boom mic here. And this is critical, guys, if you ask me. And that's the ability, and it does not feel flimsy, is you can move this boom mic so you can adjust it depending on maybe how you're wearing it or where you want this boom mic. So you have the flex mic, of course, which is really cool. But then you have this additional adjustment so you can really do what you want with this thing. And it's very tight. If you're worried about this, how tight this is, I have to give that a lot of force to move it. So you're not going to get it in one spot and it's going to keep falling down and stuff like that. Where you set this is where it's staying. Let me tell you, I'm using quite a bit of muscle to get this to move. So that is a nice fully adjustable on the half helmet. Now, this is the one connection. That's pretty much for the half helmet headset. That's all you got, guys, is this cord and this. Of course, there's two little arrows, which makes it very simple. These are it's a waterproof seal. All right, and you'll see an arrow and an arrow on these things. And that way you know you have it lined up and they click together really nice. You actually have to pull really hard to get these back. That's because it's like a really super tight weather seal, so you're not going to get any moisture in there. And really, the nice thing about this is, if you are, especially with a half helmet, I shouldn't say a half helmet, but a full face or a modular, this one you can take off pretty easy, but you may want to be walking around with your helmet or something, and you don't want this whole cord dangling. Well, it does give you a nice separation point where you can just pop that apart, and you heard it pop there. That's the weather seal. So that's nice that you can disconnect it from your 7-pin, and you can also have another connection point right here. Just gives you some versatility. Okay, so we're going to stick our stick mic, and this is for a helmet, full face modular 3/4. And I'll show you, it is just a little bit different, of course, because it mounts inside a helmet. We'll get it opened up. Instructions again. You got your speakers that are going to mount in your helmet. you've got a stick mic or boom mic, of course the coily 7-pin cord, and then we've got the connector cord that will connect to your speakers and your mic. Okay, so nothing different here, guys. Exact same cord as I showed you with the half helmet or no helmet one. We'll set that aside. Of course, the clip for clothing comes with that too. Now, let's look at these speakers. They're a little bit different, of course, because we've got to mount them. It comes with a couple zip ties. We'll get to that when we mount it in the helmet. If you want to use those, it comes with some Velcro, some different straps. We'll also get to that. Of course, let's look at these speakers though. These speakers sound as good as the one I showed you, the half helmet or no helmet. Now, these little donuts, I mean really guys, these are super soft. So they're not going to be bothering your ears when we get them mounted up in the helmet. I mean, they're very soft. They're going to compress easy against your ears around the side of your head, and you're not going to get any pressure points or anything like that. I mean, you can really compress these things. All right, and on the back, of course, it's got Velcro. We'll deal with that in a sec, both of them. And that's basically for Velcroing. You've got the Velcro on the back of here, and then it's got sticky tape, which we can take off. We'll put it in the inside of our helmet, and then that'll give us a surface to actually Velcro this on. All right, we'll set these two speakers aside. Now, this one comes with the other cord, all right, and this, of course, you've got your 7-pin here, but just like the half helmet, we're gonna have to plug in to this, and these little wires are going to end up going to your speakers and your mic. All right, so let's look at the mic real quick. We'll set that aside. Here's the stick mic, very similar to the half helmet, of course, probably the same exact one, minus the only difference is it has this coming off of it, and this is another one of those little connectors. This is a female end for the mic. So what you got here, this is of course going to plug into your 7-pin, but on this end, we've got 3 separate plugs to deal with, and we've got male here, right there is the male, and then of course right here we've got 2 females. All right, additionally, one of these females is much longer, and of course that's because it depends on which side of the helmet you're going to put your boom mic on. If you put it on the left side, you're going to need a longer one to go to the right earpiece over here, and then of course your mic here on the left and your earpiece on the left here. So that depends on which side you want to put it on, but very simple, guys. Again, you've got the one longer and one shorter for the earpieces, depending on how you're doing that. Okay, and you've got the 2 females right there, and then of course off your speaker, your donut, very simple, one for each side. You've got the male, and those just slide in and plug right into the female on both sides. So you'll have 2 speakers, and I'm not popping these in quite yet because we're going to put this in a helmet, and they only go one way. So there we go. So now you've got your 2 speakers hanging off, of course. One is longer than the other, all right, depending on which side. And then of course, last, you've got this male, and this is your stick mic, okay? So you've got your last one is a female coming off your stick mic, and then we've got a male there, and same thing. It's got little ridges in it, so it can only go one way, so don't worry about that. And I will pop those in a little bit. I'm just showing you this. So that's kind of the system you're going to have there. Everything's plugged in. And then, of course, this will go right into your 7-pin when we're all done. This will be hanging off the helmet, so to speak, this part. And then we can plug our 7-pin cord in. So with that said, let's pull the helmet in here, and we'll start getting this thing installed up in the helmet. The only thing I want to mention before we get going any farther is, of course, this kit comes with the stick mic. All right, like I said, you could use it in a full face. Of course, you'd want the stick mic for a 3/4 open face helmet, or a modular because you're flipping up and down with a modular, and you'd want this to be free. If you're just running a full face, you could. This is the only other kit, and this is the other version for a full face. And instead of a stick mic, it hooks up exactly the same. Of course, it's got the same connectors, but it's got a soft mic. And all you would do is take the sticky tape, it Velcros, as you can see. It's Velcroed right to this, okay? Just got a Velcro backing, and your actual soft microphone can go right, and you could stick it right in your breath guard right up underneath here so that you could talk and you wouldn't have to necessarily have the stick mic. You wouldn't want this system with a modular, because as soon as you went to lift your helmet up, this cord would be stuck to this and it just wouldn't work. So this soft mic would be specifically for a full face helmet, but that's the only difference between the other kit compared to this one with the stick mic. You get to decide kind of what you want there. All right, first thing you're gonna do, depending on what kind of helmet you have, is we need to access, they all come off a different way, but mine comes off pretty easier. It's actually my daughter's helmet, because I already have a system installed in mine. You just take these off, get your side earpieces out of the way so you can have access right down here. Most helmets will have a spot, as you can see here, for earphones, and that's exactly what this helmet has. As soon as we get those in, actually, you can see in here in this helmet there's cutouts with holes, so this will go right directly over where we put those speakers. So make sure your helmet's set up that way, but most modern helmets are that way now. Next, we take our earphones, and I'm going to take the Velcro off both of these, the sticky rings, so to speak. All right, and then pretty simple. If you're worried about this being dirty, you could clean it with a little alcohol. It's just the EPS, the foam inside your helmet. But simply take off the sticky back here, and then I'm going to strategically place this down in here, and kind of wherever you can get it. And this stuff is super sticky. And then once I have that, really doesn't matter. I'll take one of these, either one, and I'm just going to stick it right in there like so. So there we have one ear pad, and I'm going to flip the helmet over, and same process, guys. I've got the sticky donut there. Stick it on like so, and I'm running these wires down. You can see I'm not putting it up because I want it to come down, because I'm going to have to hook these wires up. And I'll stick that one right on there. So now we've got a speaker in that side, both sides of the helmet. All right, so now that I've determined I want mine on the right side of my helmet, it's really just a matter of finding the spot where you're going to put that, and I'll try to give you guys a good view. Every helmet's a little bit different, but I found that if I put it right here, you want to make sure this mic ends up right in here, you know, in the center of your breath guard somewhere. You can kind of bend it in there and figure out what's going to work for you guys. And then I can take this wire and I can actually run it up and over the backside, kind of just as a wire guide, and then both my speaker wire and my microphone wire are coming out right there, because the whole side panel here is going to snap back in. But now that I've got that placed and I feel like it's right, you can see right up in there. I don't know how well you can see with that breath guard in there. Let me get that out of the way. But my mic's sitting right where I want it. And don't forget that little knob on there. You want to feel that to make sure that it's facing the right way. You can twist it and manipulate it to make sure that the microphone is actually facing your mouth. With that said, it's very simple, guys. Same thing. Just got a sticky tab I'm going to pull right off the stick mic. And I'll go back up on my helmet here, right where I said I was going to. Stick that like so. Then we can bring my mic back in, stick it on. It's right where I want it. And I'll feed this cord up around again. And then I've got both my wires coming out right here. And I'm just getting all the snap back in. You just got to make sure to work your mic, you know, so it's not blocking any of your snaps, your stick mic and stuff like that. Each helmet will be a little bit different. Now don't forget it comes with 2 zip ties, guys, and you may have these anyways, but this might be a good time just behind this liner if you wanted to zip tie these wires together, just for a little wire management to keep these together. But really that's up to you. There's no specifics on that. Okay, so I've got both liners back in, snapped them back in. You can see what I've done. Now I've got that mic sitting perfect. I still have some room. I can move that right up because you want it touching your mouth when you're talking, guys, so that you get good vox and good voice commands. I've routed these wires really nicely, kind of both along the channels here. I stuffed them in there, and so you've got your left ear coming out, and then your right ear and the mic, of course. So now we just got to get all that plugged in. And of course, remember, we have one longer one. We didn't really need that much, but we will get it plugged in. And so this one is going to go right into male, female, of course. And there is only one way you can put this in. And you heard that I snapped that one in. So we've got the other female, of course. That's the other right side here. Speaker is what it would be. All right, that one's good. Then we have male, and then the female to the mic. So you really can't mix them up, guys. It's very self-explanatory. And again, it only goes one way. So everything's hooked up now. And of course, this will go to the 7-pin, but you can see we kind of have extra wire. So this is really where you get to decide exactly where you want this this thing hanging off, so to speak. All right, so I've got most of that managed the way I want it. You can see this helmet actually has a nice little deal in the back. I don't have my clippers with us, but I can clip that in a second. But right in the back here, in between the liner, it pops a little bit. Again, all these helmets have voids and spaces, and I can literally just run, and you can see what I've done. I've run everything around the back here. I've run it around here, stuffed it down in here, really nice. And all I've got coming out now of this helmet, it's completely wired for sound. Both sides, it's got the boom mic in there. And then at any time when I'm ready, of course, I take my 7-pin cord. Okay, and this side, arrow to arrow. All right. There you go, guys. This helmet now, of course, I'll get my chin guard little pieces back in this helmet, but tight system. It's all nice wire management, and I can take this helmet, plug it right into my 7-pin, and have full integration with my Harley-Davidson older radio systems or the new boom box. All right, so I got the fog guard back in. Of course, I put my chin curtain back in down here. The mic's up in there. And you know, I have a lot of helmets. This is a universal system, guys. You're gonna be able to figure out with your system. I have no doubt all my helmets have room. They have voids and different places that you can nicely manage wires like this, guys. Make it look really neat, like the helmet basically came with it. All right, guys, don't forget, if you want to get hooked up with an IMC headset, head over to our store. If you appreciate this free video, it helps support us, guys. And you know the face behind what you're buying, guys. And you know we've tried and tested it. lawabidingbiker.com/store. There'll be a link in the description below, guys. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you're notified when we come out with new free videos, because we have a ton in the works for you guys. Give it a thumbs up, like it, share it with all your biker friends. All right, peace out. Not one, not two, 3 headsets in one. Nah, not feeling it.